we'll have to check. Anyway, we have Dr. Surendra Malhotra with us from the NCP, Sharad Pawar Sahab ki NCP, which by the way a lot of Maharashtrians over here believe that is the real NCP. Surendra Malhotra ji, namaskar.
Namaskar.
How are you, ma'am? How are you? How are you?
So I am with all the people who believe that NCP जो है अभी शरद पवार की वो असली NCP है और वो जरूर है
जी क्या बिल्कुल दुरुस्त बात
वही है एक्चुअली वही मेन है
जी भाई राष्ट्रवादी पार्टी बनाई तो उन्होंने ही है और राष्ट्रवादी पार्टी जो है वो सिर्फ शरद पवार है शरद पवार राष्ट्रवादी पार्टी है और राष्ट्रवादी पार्टी शरद पवार है
वही तो जन्मदाता है जो जन्मदाता होता है तो जन्मदाता ही रहता है जो भी व्हाटएवर है फिर
लेकिन इस बार तो अब लोगों को भी ऐसा लगने लगा है कि एनसीपी के सिर्फ वर्कर्स ही नहीं बहुत लीडर्स भी हैं जो शायद आपकी तरफ वापस आना चाहते हैं
जी जी
बैकरूम टॉक्स हैव स्टार्टेड आई बिलीव पता नहीं क्या क्या कौन कौन इधर से बोल रहा है कि भाई हमें माफ कर दीजिए हमने कभी ऐसा नहीं बोला वो तो जिसने बोलना था बोल दिया वगैरह 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 बट आई थिंक इट इज टू लेट नाउ वेरी फ्रैंकली स्पीकिंग बिकॉज इफ आई नो शरद पवार साहब he has already got a new team around him and all those people are working with him and so on and I'm very impressed with the way your team is working everywhere so whereas the focus of just about everybody all the media is on Baramati कि भाई Pawar versus Pawar यानी Supriya Sule versus Sunitra Pawar but there are lots and lots of other places where the NCP candidates are fighting and as Sharad Pawar Sahab said listen Baramati is not the only constituency we are fighting in so many other places and we are going to win this time. What do you think, Dr. Malhotra?
Yes, definitely we will win. I mean, we can really make out the difference. When this whole thing started, the separation and all that, and after that, there is the Pawar Sahib has just taken the whole thing, our party, everything he has taken it on a upward flight. And the way the पूरे पार्टी का जो नियोजन हो रहा है, the way Pawar Sahib is showing the energy, his energy is amazing, his positivity is amazing, and the way Pawar Sahib is like going around everywhere, even in Baramati, Supriyata is busy from morning to evening, and then everybody trying to come in. Like the most important example was Nilesh Lankeji. And Pawar Sahib has given him a chance to come back and he's given that he's one of the Umedwar and Pawar Sahib has, even though Pawar Sahib has got great faith in him and उनके जो एक शब्द है नीलेश लंकेश जी बोले कि साक्षात जो परमेश्वर हम बोलते हैं तो साक्षात आम्ही देव बघितला पवार साहेबांमध्ये मतलब दिस इज सच अ कॉम्प्लीमेंट एंड दैट इज द ग्रेट फेथ दे हैव कि दिस इज नॉट अ राजकारण जहां पे नेगेटिविटी या किसी के बदला ऐसी सब बातें कभी नहीं होती है यहाँ पे आपको मतलब एक पॉजिटिविटी दी जाती है आपको एनकरेजमेंट दिया जाता है और आपने जो भी काम किया जैसे पवार साहब ने रिमेम्बर किया कि नीलेश लंकेश जी ने कोविड के टाइम में बहुत अच्छा काम किया था तो ये जो ग्राउंड में जो लोग काम करते हैं उनको जरूर मौका मिलता है उनको पवार साहब जी का आशीर्वाद मिलता है उनका सपोर्ट मिलता है और इतना मतलब जोरों से मतलब पीपल नाउ लाइक पवार साहब our NCP is now becoming one of the biggest party and the strongest party I would say.
Fantastic.
Dr. Surendra Malhotra ji, Baramati is actually virtually under attack. You got the entire Mahayuti camping out there. Aaj Indapur, one part of Baramati, Fadnavis, Eknath Shinde, Ajit, you got entire battalion out there. It's like a war out in Baramati. Pawar Sahib has never, seen this because he was always confident about Baramati. He was the person who says, when there's election, I never go to Baramati. मैं Baramati में जाता ही नहीं because we work there 365 days, 24/7. So why should we go to the people on their own come and vote for us? But this is the first time you're under attack. Your whole Baramati constituency is under attack with all the Mahayuti leaders coming out there and Fadnavis ji telling that this is not a war between Supriya Sule and Sunitra Pawar. This is a war between, Rahul Gandhi and Narendra Modi. Now, I don't know what he meant by that. Can you just elaborate what he meant by that?
No, it is just that trying to say that there are higher ups also, but that is not true. See, basically people are scared of Pawar Sahab. The लोगों का जो पवार साहब के प्रति और सुप्रिया ताई के प्रति जो विश्वास है, जो प्यार है, जो बारामती में झलकता है, बारामती में आप कभी भी जाओ तो आपको महसूस करते हैं कि मतलब आमची ताई आमचे साहेब, हे आमचा हा जो वर्ड है वो बहुत मतलब एक रिलेशनशिप डिनोट करता है between the voters, the log, and the people, the political party who is ruling over there. That is ये गाढ़ विश्वास होता है. So आमची ताई ये वर्ड इतना मतलब इतना फेमस हो गया है. आमचे साहेब, इवन हम लोग भी जब लिखते हैं तो हम लोग मतलब विदाउट थिंकिंग हम लोग लिखते हैं, हैशटैग करते हैं वो आमची ताई, आमचे साहेब, ओनली ताई. So these come naturally to us. So इतना मतलब सुप्रिया ताई के प्रति लोगों का विश्वास है. उनको पता है कि हर फील्ड में, अभी व्यापार संगठन की भी जो बड़ी मीटिंग हुई थी वहां भी सुप्रिया ताई के इनपुट्स, पवार साहब के इनपुट्स इतने अच्छे इनपुट्स थे. और उनका जो मतलब व्यक्तिमत्व है वो, और उनका जो मतलब द वे ऑफ रूलिंग, द वे ऑफ डीलिंग विद पीपल इतना मतलब अभ्यास पूर्वक होता है. किसी भी लोगों को मिलने जाते हैं तो उनका उस मामले में बहुत बहुत गाढ़ा अभ्यास होता है. तो ऐसे व्यक्तित्व को नेचुरली बीजेपी वाले डरते हैं. द फैक्ट दैट इतनी सारी बड़ी फोर्स वहां पे आ रही है और राहुल गांधी का नाम लेते हो तो दैट्स अ डिफरेंट थिंग. हियर इट इज Sharad Pawar ji and Supriya Tai herself with her own merit, you know. So this is what is there, and they are scared of that. They are absolutely scared. इसके लिए तो इतने सारे लोग वहाँ जा रहे हैं.
You know, Dr. Malhotra, one of the very plus points where Supriya Sule ji is concerned is Prakash Ambedkar has not fielded a candidate against you. Yes, Prakash Ambedkar ji जहाँ candidate field किए हैं, you know, it has caused a loss to the Congress combined. Pawar साहब के पूरे जो alliance partners हैं, they are going to suffer some problems on the other because he's always claimed more than 1 lakh to 3 lakh votes everywhere. विदर्भ में देखो जहाँ प्रकाश अंबेडकर ने कैंडिडेट खड़ा कर दिया, बीजेपी has won. I think same to Marathwada. But here Prakash Ambedkar ji has not fielded candidate against Supriya Sule ji. Now, do you think it's a very, very positive sign?
Yes, it is certainly a very positive sign, and Supriya Sule ji, she's also, profusely thanked him on the social media. Also, she's written about it that she's very thankful that okay for such a good cause that all of them are coming together. संविधान बचाना है. Yes, हम सबको संविधान बचाना है. This is the time which we have to really give our best to protect our संविधान, which was written by the Mahamanav, the greatest Ambedkar ji. So we are very happy that for such a thing they have come together, and that is also added positive point in Baramati.
You know, Supriya Sule ji, while campaigning, told very important things. She said she is fed up with corruption. She is fed up with the unemployment that is prevailing not only in the state Baramati but across the country. She said inflation, this government has not been able to control inflation, price rise. And this particular state government is against women and farmers. That's what Supriya Sule ji said. Now, will this go to the people, rightfully the people? Because this is actually what is happening in the state. And that is what Supriya Sule ji has been telling in every meetings. How do you see the effect on the electorate, Dr. Malhotra?
See, certainly these are the basic points. These are the basic points जहाँ पे लोग त्रस्त हुए हैं. अनएम्प्लॉयमेंट, ये हम तो हमेशा डिस्कस करते हैं. अनएम्प्लॉयमेंट इतनी बड़ी है और इतने सारे जॉब्स है, गवर्नमेंट में इतने सारे जॉब्स है, वहां पे नौकर भर्ती नहीं हो रही है.
38 lakhs all over the country.
Yes, it is just lying with the vacant. Why they are not filling up the places? Then कितने सारे जो जहाँ पे लाइक IIT वगैरह वहाँ जहाँ पे जॉब की अपॉर्चुनिटी होनी चाहिए वहाँ पे अभी कम जॉब्स आ रहे हैं, वहाँ के पैकेजेस कम हो रहे हैं. तो हर तरह से हमने जो हमेशा डिस्कस किया कि कोई एक पदवीधर होगा मगर वो जोमेटो में या स्विगी में डिलीवरी कर रहा है, तो ये लोग कैसे देखेंगे? लोगों को फ्रस्ट्रेशन अभी आ चुका है, लोगों के लाइफ में फ्रस्ट्रेशन है. मोदी जी, बीजेपी बड़े मतलब एडवर्टाइजमेंट करते हैं, बड़ी चीजें प्रॉमिस करती है, बट ये सब फोल है. यहाँ कहाँ चीजें होती है? उन्होंने हर घर में शौचालय बड़े ये बताए कि हम ये कर रहे हैं वो कर रहे हैं, बट द एक्चुअल फिगर्स आर वेरी लेस. ये सब जो भी चीजें करते हैं वो होती नहीं है. तो और महिलाओं को भी अभी जैसे अभी कांग्रेस के मैनिफेस्टो में भी उन्होंने बहुत अच्छी बात बताई कि महिलाओं को जो गवर्नमेंट सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट के जो जॉब्स होंगे वहां 50% जॉब्स वुड बी गिवन टू द महिला. सो दैट्स अ गुड थिंग. So these are the progressive things which should be coming forward. और लोग भी ये जानते हैं कि जो इंडिया अलायंस की पार्टी आ जाएगी, जो हमारी पार्टी सुप्रिया सुले जी और पवार साहब आएंगे, वो फार्मर्स के लिए, वो महिलाओं के लिए सर्टेनली बहुत अच्छे एजुकेशन तो पवार साहब के लिए और सुप्रिया दी उनके लिए कितना इंपॉर्टेंट है। बारामती आप देखो, बारामती में एजुकेशन के कितने सारी
Now, I would like to stop you there. One second.
Yes, yes.
Doctor, because you mentioned Baramati, and you talked about the other educational institutions over there. The other thing also is, in Baramati, for instance, it has been transformed by Sharad Pawar Sahab. It is supposed to be one of the best districts anywhere in the country. Forget about only Maharashtra. तो यहाँ पर लोगों को मालूम नहीं है क्या कि ये वास्तविकता में किसने बनाया है?
Sorry, I couldn't hear you.
Can you hear me now, ma'am?
Yes.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
तो बारामती के जो लोग हैं उनको मालूम होगा ना ये असल में किसने बनाया है, ये किसकी देन है,
जी,
किसकी प्लानिंग है? शरद पवार साहब, वो डायनेमिक्स डेयरी और उसके अलावा कॉलेज, उसके अलावा इंजीनियरिंग कॉलेज, उसके अलावा डीम्ड यूनिवर्सिटी, अलग अलग इंडस्ट्री जो वहाँ पर लगी है, और ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन जो पूरा सुधारीकरण हुआ है बारामती का पिछले 40 बरस में, वो शरद पवार जी ने किया है।
yes.
तो मुझे तो नहीं लगता कि फिर सुप्रिया सुले जी को कोई तकलीफ होनी चाहिए या कोई जरा भी तकलीफ होनी चाहिए जीतने में। आपको क्या लगता है मैम?
Yes, certainly not. क्योंकि आंखों के सामने जो बारामती कर है, उनके आंखों के सामने ये सब चीजें हैं। हम तो चलो वहां मुंबई में बैठ के बोलेंगे बारामती में, वहां तो लोग देख रहे हैं। और महिलाओं की आपने बात की, जैसे वहां का एग्रीकल्चरल कॉलेज है, वो तो स्पेशली महिलाओं के लिए भी एग्रीकल्चरल कॉलेज है वहां पे उनके लिए, और उनको महिलाओं को भी मतलब आगे फॉरेन भेजा जाता है 1-2 साल के लिए, हॉलैंड नेदरलैंड्स भेजा जाता है। तो वहां से मतलब उनको पूरी तैयारी से, इवन महिला कैन वर्क इन द ऑफिशियली द एग्रीकल्चरल कॉलेज एंड लर्न एंड डू वेल इन दिस फील्ड ऑल्सो। तो ये सब चीजें हैं, लोगों को मालूम है और लोग देखते हैं। एंड डेफिनेटली आपने सब इंटरव्यूज देखे होंगे, लोगों के इंटरव्यूज जो रैंडम इंटरव्यूज लेते हैं, उन्होंने सब लोग ने ये बताया है कि हम लोग कितना मतलब हमें उनके ऊपर विश्वास है। अभी मैंने एक इंटरव्यू धनगर नोल्ड मैन, उनका भी इंटरव्यू देखा। उन्होंने बोला कि पवार साहब और सुप्रिया सुले इनके बारे में क्या बात करना, वो तो हमारे लोग हैं, हमारे लिए काम करते हैं, हमारे लिए सोचते हैं, जैसा सुप्रिया जी ने हमेशा धनगर आरक्षण के लिए बोला। तो ये सब जानते हैं। इनफैक्ट वन incident was very this thing amusing. So there was an interview with somebody and then they asked कि सुप्रिया ताई देखो संसद में आपके लिए कितना बोलते हैं। तो वो बोले कि क्या है कि हमें इंग्लिश आती नहीं है, सुप्रिया ताई जरूर वहां बोलते होंगे, मगर हम लोग को गारंटी है कि वो हमारे लिए वहां बोलते हैं, तो हम लोग को पता नहीं चलता क्या बोले। So that means
Dr. Malhotra, one thing very alarming that what Supriya Sule ji said. Supriya Sule ji said that campus recruitment jo ho raha hai, big corporates coming and selecting students for work in the campuses. Now she said is alarming. She said what they have promised the college management and the students when signing the contract of recruitment, they are not paying that same salary. They have dropped the salary down. They have dropped the wages down. The package में और कटौती हो गई है. Now this is alarming because campus recruitment is all by big corporates, done by big corporates. They go to the prestigious institutions and do campus recruitment there. And if what Supriya Sule ji says that ये बड़े-बड़े corporates भी अपने packages जो written agreement है उसे कम कर रहे हैं, तो that means it's an alarming situation. Contrary to what Fadnavis is saying that FDI सबसे ज़्यादा है, एकनाथ शिंदे जी बोल FDI, but हमारे कॉलेज पैकेज जो एग्रीमेंट साइन किया उससे कम अगर दे रहे हैं, that's alarming situation.
That's a very alarming situation, and it is the deceiving of the people, the deceiving of the people's faith. What happens is all these big corporates, they bring about a huge set of agreements and number of pages for people to sign. I mean, normally the students and all, they are so, they have so much of faith and they are like hopefully looking forward to their future. So, they sign, most of the students, they sign blindly और जो ऊपर वो जो छोटी-छोटी points जो होते हैं, उनका ध्यान नहीं जाता. And then ये सब चीजों का ये लोग use करते हैं. After all, they are big corporates, they know all the business tactics and things like that. So this is a very alarming situation, and I suppose सुप्रिया ताई ने आवाज उठाई है, तो definitely ये मुद्दा वो आगे संसद में भी लाएंगे. We are hopeful for that.
लेकिन सुनेत्रा पवार जी हर जगह पे जाकर ये बोल रही हैं कि जब मैं पिछली मर्तबा आपके पास आई थी तो मैंने किसी और के लिए आपके वोट मांगे थे, इस बार मैं अपने लिए वोट मांग रही हूँ. Do you think that will have an effect?
No, that certainly will not have an effect. I don't think so. See, उन्होंने तो सोशल वर्क किया है, थोड़ा बहुत सोशल वर्क किया है, बस उनके लिए मतलब उनका वो इमेज है कि सोशल वर्क. बट एज सुप्रियता said कि you cannot, the husband cannot put forth the wife, and the wife will go to the संसद, and संसद में wife क्या बात करेंगे? Isn't it? I mean, the person himself जो राजकारण में है, उन्होंने लड़त करनी चाहिए और उन्होंने जाके संसद में लोगों के प्रश्न मानने चाहिए. Supriya Tai has got so much of experience and so much, and she's Sansad Ratna, Sansad Maharatna, and so many times she's been. And the people who have heard her in the संसद में जो सुने हुए हैं, तो वो तो बिल्कुल ही जानते हैं कि सुप्रिया ताई कितना डिटेल में हर चीज में डिटेल में जाते हैं. और यहाँ we require people to understand the subject thoroughly, so that we can get some good suggestions for the policies, new policies, and they are the policy makers. So
लेकिन यहाँ पर सुरेना मल्होत्रा जी, आपकी बात बिल्कुल ठीक है. सुनेत्रा जी ने एक और बात कही है, बड़ी इंपॉर्टेंट बात है. उन्होंने कहा है कि मैं इस बात से बिल्कुल सहमत हूँ कि जो 6 तालुका हैं बारामती कॉन्स्टिट्यूंसी की, उसमें से सिर्फ बारामती का विकास हुआ है, बाकी 5 तालुका को निगलेक्ट किया गया है, और उसके लिए अब मैं काम करूंगी, ऐसा उन्होंने कहा है. So how do you look at that? Because Mr. Ajit Pawar also is from Baramati.
Exactly.
So what was he doing? I would love to know. Earlier he was also member of parliament. So मतलब ये has she been briefed properly? मतलब क्या briefing गलत हो गई, क्या हो गया ये? आज बोला उन्होंने.
Because when, as you correctly said कि ये बात ऊपर ला रहे हैं, तो फिर उनके मतलब अजित दादा के ऊपर भी तो बात हो रही है, ये बातें जी. उन्होंने क्या किया एग्जैक्टली आप जो बोल रहे हैं. और दिस इज इलेक्शन टैक्टिक्स. तो मतलब बारामती कर और बाकी लोगों को मतलब उनके डिवाइड करो, उनको मतलब जेलसी पैदा करो, ये सब व्हाट यू कॉल दीज आर स्मॉल लिटिल टैक्टिक्स.
और उन्होंने ये भी कहा है कि शी विल इंश्योर दैट देयर आर डायरेक्ट ट्रेन्स फ्रॉम बारामती टू मुंबई.
तो वो तो क्या होगा, तो सुप्रियता भी कर सकती है वो सब जो भी चीजें होती है.
नहीं, उन्होंने ऐसा प्रॉमिस किया है, तो मेरा ये कहना है कि वहां से अजीत दादा पवार भी तो 2 बार बन चुके हैं मेंबर ऑफ पार्लियामेंट पहले.
एग्जैक्टली. तो वो क्या कर रहे हैं,
मतलब जरा मुझे समझ में नहीं आया. हाउ इज शी गोइंग टू क्रिटिसाइज? माय होल आइडिया ऑफ आस्किंग यू दिस इज बिकॉज यू आर इन शरद पवार साहब पार्टी. हाउ इज सुनेत्रा पवार going to criticize what has gone on before? I mean, why would people vote for her?
Exactly.
I really would like to know. I mean, what can she possibly say? Because they were all together in this entire thing. What can she say? Apart, of course, from the fact that she can't even criticize Supriya Sule for the fact that, you know, how Ajit Dada, you know, called Sharad Pawar Saab too old. She can't say that about Supriya Sule. So where do you expect the criticism to come from? I'm asking you.
Nothing actually. So therefore, I mean, it's nothing really. You know, I think it's an outright win for Supriya Tai.
You know, this
for me personally, Pradeep, just one last word. I even if Surendra Malhotra ji does not want to comment on this, for me personally, it's a very sad situation. I feel really and truly sad to see this happening between Supriya Sule and her sister-in-law. Yes. It should never have happened, and I believe that Ajit Dada Pawar should have put some other candidate there. ठीक है, आपको लड़ना आप लड़िए, कोई बात नहीं, लड़िए जरूर लड़िए. क्या है, एक बार भाई बड़े घरानों में हो जाता है, ऐसी क्या बात है, उसमें क्या है. लेकिन to put his wife as a candidate there is, I think, a bit unfair. अब वो तो rift बन गया. That's what I think. You don't want.
Yes.
जी. You want to comment on that, ma'am?
Yes, and the thing is that when it was declared, Supriya Tai very gracefully said कि she is like my mother. Of course, जो भी लड़ाई है हम लड़ेंगे और ये वैचारिक लड़ाई होगी. उन्होंने ये वर्ड 2-3 बार बोला कि ये हमारी वैचारिक लड़ाई है. So I think it will remain on that. I don't think that they will sort of criticize each other, you know, or I mean, they should not. At least Supriya Tai will not on personal basis.
I hope you're right.
Yes. I really hope, and I think Supriya Tai will take care of that. because she's very graceful, and I don't think
Pradeep,
she goes to
please.
that.
You know,
Please go
we heard Sharad Pawar ji speaking at the Ram Leela rally, Ram Leela, which they call लोकतंत्र और संविधान को बचाने के लिए एक महासंग्राम. Sharad Pawar ji was absolutely vocal. He said they want to change the constitution.
Yes.
They have been time and again saying I want to change the constitution. Rahul Gandhi said लोकतंत्र खतरे में है, all the judiciary is intimidated. जो voice, जो गूंज वहां से, you know, the sound from there, has it woken up the entire nation and the judiciary? Because after that we saw a couple of orders coming from the Supreme Court questioning the government, where Sanjay Singh was let off on bail, and after that continuously Supreme Court has been asking the government the questions, why is the people inside, where is the rule of law, on what basis have you arrested them, where is the money trail? Now questions are being asked. So has the message spread first from Shivaji Park, then at Ram Leela ground, now the whole country, the administration, judiciary, everybody is asking the questions why to the government? Do you think the process has started, Dr. Malhotra?
The process has certainly started, not only in our country, but even outside internationally. People have started looking, and people have started asking questions. Like Arvind Kejriwal was arrested, Germany did comment, then there was a comment from other countries. So the US, and even though, I mean, everybody is watching, and everybody has like, you know, in a subtle way they have been saying that I hope that whatever the Arvind Kejriwal was arrested, everything is done in a democratic way. He should be given best of help in the judiciary. So all these things were commented, which were not liked by the BJP, which were, they said, oh, please do not interfere in our country. But at the same time, the people from abroad continued. So it is, and even in India, the जो 400 का जो नारा लगा रहे हैं, उससे सब लोग मतलब नियरली ऐसे उठ गए हैं कि ये क्या बातें हो रही है, ये क्यों हो रहा है.
तो 400 आ रही है क्या बीजेपी की?
जो बट उनको मतलब जो बोल रहे हैं कि ये सब संविधान बदलने के लिए है, एंड nobody, believe me, nobody wants to go back to Manusmriti and you know, that backward time. So everybody is woken up, everybody is really alarmed, and we are so thankful to the Supreme Court that they have been giving a lot of.
Ma'am, one last question to you. One last question,
Yes.
which is a very important question for us personally, for both Pradeep ji, myself, and our entire team personally, and for all the people who are running channels on social media. अभी एक अटेम्प्ट हो रहा है किसी भी तरीके से सोशल मीडिया के ऊपर शिकंजा कसने का, कंट्रोल करने का. In fact, a couple of channels were just banned yesterday. Don't you think the opposition should get together and at least oppose the government on this? That how can you just block channels just like that? और उसमें सबसे बड़ी बात जो होती है, किस बेसिस पे ब्लॉक किया जाता है चैनल को? In case you don't know, let me inform you. They just tell YouTube they are running a false narrative. False narrative. अब false narrative तो कुछ भी हो सकता है. आज अगर मैं बैठ करके यहाँ पे सरकार की किसी नीति का भी क्रिटिसिज्म कर दूं, पॉलिसी का क्रिटिसिज्म कर दूं, कि भाई ये जैसे अग्निवीर पॉलिसी है, दिस कुड हैव बीन डन इन अ बेटर वे, दिस कुड हैव बीन डन लाइक दिस, दैट इज आल्सो कैन बी क्लासिफाइड एज रनिंग अ फॉल्स नैरेटिव और अ फेक नैरेटिव. सो एज अ रिजल्ट ऑफ व्हिच यू कैन बैन दिस चैनल. नाउ डू यू थिंक दैट्स फेयर, मैम?
दिस इज नॉट फेयर एट ऑल. ये दड़बशाही है, ये तो पूरी दड़बशाही है. और आपने जैसे बोला, certainly all the opposition parties should come together and you know, give a lending hand to the media, because after all channels like your channel, people like you all are giving us so much of support. I mean, you are really हमारी बातें आगे हमें बात करने के लिए मौका देते हैं, नहीं तो कहाँ मौका मिलता है ऐसा. Half of the time, if you go on the other channels which are handled by them, you don't even hear only the person who's conducting the interview. He keeps on talking. So where do we get the chance? And definitely, because social media is so important, the truth has to come forward, and that requires guts. And but this is democracy. They should get the chance to say that whatever they have to. And
Yeah,
I think
but the only thing is that at the moment,
some provision will be made in the, I think, the manifesto also, Congress manifesto. Have they mentioned something about this?
no, they haven't, not as yet. Not as yet, because earlier what happened was they wanted to bring in a new amendment to the IT Act, and the Supreme Court had stayed it. All of us thought that the matter was finished over there and buried, but that is not the case. And since
Sorry, I couldn't hear.
I said earlier, the amendment to the Information Act, which would have enabled government agencies to block any channel anywhere. That has been stayed by the Supreme Court. So we thought that it won't proceed any further. But apparently they are still very serious about it, because I'm sure there must be a lot of YouTube channels and Facebook channels and Instagram channels and Periscope channels and Twitter channels, or that is X channels, who may be spreading disaffection, who may be creating fake narratives, etc. But not everybody else. Criticism of the government cannot be classified as a fake narrative. So all I am saying is, this is an integral part of democracy. मतलब अगर democracy में, because democracy does not mean unanimity, democracy means dissent.
Yes.
Democracy का मतलब ही dissent होता है. That democracy allows you to disagree. Agreement is not democracy.
I agree to that. Yes.
And there were moments when the judiciary used to call dissent glorious. They said glorious dissent, glorious and constructive dissent. They said bulwark of democracy. And now,
क्योंकि agreement तो हर dictatorship में होती है, हर kingship में होती है.
तो होती है.
जी, unanimous agreement. Like for example, there are elections in Russia also.
Yes.
97% of the votes are for Mr. Vladimir Putin. So are we heading in that direction, ma'am? हम उस तरफ जा रहे हैं?
The more the people disagree, in a proper way, that shows that there is democracy, and the democracy should be there. Otherwise, then where are we leading to? We may become like Russia. That's a very sad, alarming situation to be in.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you very much, Dr. Surila Mantra. All the very best to you. All the very best to the NCP, to Mr. Sharad Pawar, gentleman that we have admired all our life. I hope all the energy and water and vitality that he is now bringing to the fore actually succeeds. So all the very best to you, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you.
Namaskar.
Namaskar.
Well, that's just about it for tonight's show. आज के show में सिर्फ इतना ही. And so Pradeep ji, the Bharatiya Janata Party, Mr. Sanjay Thakur said that the Congress will not get more than, what, 35 seats? 40 seats, something like that. He also said that the BJP would win 80 out of 80 in Uttar Pradesh. And they would be able to retain their 100% record in places like Rajasthan, Gujarat, Madhya Pradesh. They would even do very well in Karnataka and even in Kerala. That's what he said, pointing to you specifically. Why did he point to you?
No, I can understand, but I'm worried about Uttar Pradesh, because if something has to happen there, Samajwadi Party has to do something spectacular. From 5 seats, if they come to 50 or something, or at least 25, 30, then they carry their lines with them.
Pradeep ji, even if they come to 15 or 20, it will stop the
Mayawati
BJP.
is not here nor there. She's got 10 seats more than the Samajwadi Party.
अगर समाजवादी पार्टी की 20 या 25 सीट भी आ जाती और कांग्रेस पार्टी की 3 या 4 या 5 सीट भी आ जाती, even if they get 30 seats together, it will be very difficult for the BJP even to touch 300 seats. Now, I think that getting 10 seats or 12 seats in Kerala is a pipe dream. It's not going to happen. Out of 20, BJP winning 12 seats in Kerala, amazing. Out of 39 seats in Tamil Nadu, they say we will win 25. Kab? In which year? I would love to know. And in which parallel universe? Couldn't be in this universe, not in the one that we are living in. Because if they win 25 in Tamil Nadu, then we might as well not have elections. What do you think?
Though there's no doubt that there's a fantastic BJP campaign going on in Tamil Nadu.
Yes, there is.
It has never seen this kind of a campaign.
Never.
And there is a lot of the Jayalalitha Anna DMK, the party is already out. I mean, there's a huge vacuum where she was concerned, because it is always DMK, Anna DMK. Now, Anna DMK is concerned.
It's gone.
It's gone. So, actually, if their things fall, if the planning falls in place, the entire vacuum created by Jayalalitha, you could go for those votes. Annamalai is working very hard. The center is out there. Mr. Modi is out there. Amit Shah is there. The entire big three is there. you know, you could. The point is, there is a chance because Jayalalitha is not there, and nobody has taken over reins.
So, are you saying BJP will get seats in double figures in Tamil Nadu?
If they play it well and take over Jayalalitha's vacuum created, and Jayalalitha has always, in fact,
I
fantastically.
personally think the BJP's vote share will increase in Tamil Nadu.
And the anti-incumbency where Stalin is there. वो सनातन धर्म के खिलाफ बोलना, लगातार बोलते रहना, बार-बार आलोचना करना.
सर, तमिलनाडु में बीजेपी का वोट शेयर तो बढ़ेगा. अब सीटें कितनी आएंगी मुझे मालूम नहीं है. Whether or not it will translate into seats, I don't know. It is like the Aam Aadmi Party in Gujarat. 13.5% वोट मिल गया उनको गुजरात में. एक भी सीट नहीं मिली. सीट मिली कि 3 या 4 सीट मिली, 2 या 3 या 4 सीट मिली उनको असेंबली में. मेरा ये कहना है कि इस बार भी लोकसभा में तमिलनाडु में और केरल में भारतीय जनता पार्टी का वोट शेयर जो है वो तो बढ़ेगा. वोट की औसत बढ़ेगी. अब सीट उनको मिलती है कि नहीं मिलती, आई डाउट इट वेरी मच. नॉट इन दिस इलेक्शन एनीवे. They can plan for 2029. That's what I think. That is my opinion.
Stalin has fit into Karunanidhi's shoes very well. He has taken over the entire administration.
And he's been very lucky. He doesn't have jail as a contender.
Very well. Party is taken over by him. He's doing very well. The entire reins are under control. But Jayalalitha is not there. Nobody has, taken over her shoes or fit into her shoes. Because there's no one single leader
who
has a very mass appeal out there.
Anna DMK is concerned. And the sad part is nobody is talking about MGR.
MGR is over.
Hey, nobody is talking about MGR
In
because
fact,
this entire party.
The entire aura of MGR.
That's right. The party was established by Anna DMK was established by MGR, and we only remember Jayalalitha. Well, however, the fact remains that as far as Tamil Nadu is concerned, it has 39 seats. I mean, that's huge. 39 सीटों में से अगर भारतीय जनता पार्टी को वहां पर मैं कहता हूँ 5 भी मिल जाती हैं, प्रदीप जी करिश्मा हो जाएगा. इवन 5 सीट पिछली बार एनडीए को 1 मिली थी, यानी अन्ना डीएमके को, बीजेपी को कुछ नहीं मिला था. अगर भारतीय जनता पार्टी को 5 सीटें भी मिल जाती है ना वहां पे, तो इट विल बी ह्यूज, इट विल बी ह्यूमंगस. एंड इवन इफ दे गेट even 1 or 2 seats in Kerala, it will be a first.
They might get
never won
because they've fielded very good candidates where Kerala is concerned.
That's right.
And one thing is, surprise in Tamil Nadu is possible because Jayalalitha's shoes has not been occupied very well. Her throne has not been taken over. Her heir to the party is not there.
So in effect what you're really saying is that there is a possibility.
The big vacuum is there, it could spring a surprise.
So there is a possibility that the AIADMK vote bank that used to vote for Amma will now vote for
BJP and
Narendra Modi.
Yes, exactly.
Will vote for Narendra Modi.
I think that is BJP's plan anyway. That big vacuum.
Well, let's see what happens.
That's why they've discarded. I mean, pushed away.
But you know what I'm very happy about? You know what I'm really and truly happy about? The BJP push in the south. That's what I'm really and truly happy about. The manner in which they have worked so hard. In Telangana, in Karnataka, in Andhra Pradesh, everywhere in the south, they've really worked very hard. In Kerala and in Tamil Nadu, they've taken it very, very seriously. Let's be very clear. Earlier what used to happen was...
We were discussing where is the chance.
They never used to even look at it.
Where is the chance? Because on the north, above the Deccan, it's reached a saturation point.
It's reached a saturation. So
you got 3 ducks in the south.
So only 6
Andhra Pradesh. You got Andhra Pradesh, Tamil Nadu and Kerala.
And
the 3 ducks.
That's right.
So you got a glorious opportunity in the seats.
To increase your seats there. And compensate for what you might lose. I don't say you will. What you might lose in the north. One never knows. Well, that's it. That's just about it for tonight's show. आप चैनल को सब्सक्राइब करें. सब्सक्राइब जरूर करो यार, प्लीज.
Irish clock, the strikes 13.
सब्सक्राइब जरूर कीजिएगा चैनल को और सपोर्ट कीजिए हम लोगों को और अपने कमेंट जरूर भेजें. Yesterday, by the way, we got a lot of comments for Dr. Seema Malik, which I'll read out tomorrow. आपने जो कटारिया साहब थे, अभिषेक कटारिया साहब समाजवादी पार्टी के, उनके शो के ऊपर भी बहुत कमेंट्स आए हैं, तो we'll read out those also. But that's for tomorrow. फिलहाल के लिए प्रदीप जी और मेरी तरफ से आप सब लोगों को नमस्कार. जय हिंद, जय महाराष्ट्र, जय भवानी, जय शिवाजी, जय सिया राम, हर हर महादेव.
हर हर महादेव.